Ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what life would be like without the moon? It's not just a pretty night light. It's the silent guardian that makes Earth. Well, Earth, let's dive into what would happen if it suddenly vanished. First up, get ready for a wild ride because our planet would be spinning much, much faster. When the moon was formed, it actually stole a chunk of Earth's rotational energy. Over billions of years, its gravitational pull has acted like a brake, slowing us down to our familiar 24-hour day. Without the moon, our days would be incredibly short. Some models suggest they could be as brief as 6 to 10 hours. Imagine cramming your entire day into that short window. This super fast spin would completely mess with our weather. The extreme temperature difference between the super hot, short day and the frigid night would create winds unlike anything we've ever seen. We're talking about constant hurricane-force winds sweeping across the globe. Storms would be more frequent and far more powerful. The familiar patterns of deserts and rainforests would be scrambled, creating a climate system that will be brutally harsh for life as we know it. But that's not all. Let's talk about the oceans. The moon is the main reason we have significant tides. Without it, the sun would be the only major influence, and its pull is much weaker. Tides would shrink to just a fraction of their current size. They would be tiny, sluggish ripples compared to the powerful ebbs and flows we see today. This might not sound like a huge deal, but for the evolution of life, it's a game changer. The intertidal zones, those rich, dynamic areas between high and low tide, are thought to have been crucial nurseries for early life. These coastal pools, with their constant cycles of wet and dry, provided a perfect stage for creatures to make the leap from the ocean to land. Without strong tides, these vibrant ecosystems would barely exist. The path of evolution would have been radically different, and complex life, including us, might have struggled to get a foothold. The moon acts like a gravitational anchor, keeping our planet's tilt, or obliquity, stable at around 23.5 degrees. Without it, Earth's axis would swing chaotically over millions of years, sometimes by tens of degrees. This would trigger extreme climate swings. Picture summers so hot they scorch the poles, followed by ice ages that bury entire continents. The stable, agriculture-friendly climate we depend on? It might never have happened. This instability would make it incredibly difficult for complex life, let alone human civilization, to evolve and thrive long-term. Next, our oceans would be radically different. Tides, driven primarily by the moon, are a crucial engine for mixing ocean waters. They churn up nutrients from the deep sea to the surface, feeding the base of the marine food web. Without strong tides, this vertical mixing would slow down dramatically. This would starve phytoplankton, the tiny plants that produce much of our oxygen and pull carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere. The entire ocean circulation system, a key regulator of our global climate, would be altered. The very chemistry and life within our seas would be unrecognizable. Finally, life itself would have evolved to a completely different rhythm. Without the moon, our days would be much shorter, possibly just 6 to 8 hours long. And our nights? Pitch black. The familiar cycle of a full moon, which many animals use for navigation, hunting, and even reproduction, would be gone. Nocturnal predators would need entirely different senses to find prey. Migrating animals, from birds to sea turtles, would have to find new ways to navigate. The very circadian rhythms of every plant and animal would be altered. Even our own human culture would be different. Our myths, calendars, and early navigation would have developed without the moon as a guide. So, the next time you look up at the moon, remember it's not just a pretty rock. It's a vital partner that makes Earth the stable, vibrant, and livable world we know. Shorter days and darker nights would reshape the evolution of plants, animals, and even us. Think about it. No bright full moon means nocturnal predators would need new ways to hunt. Migratory birds and sea turtles that use the moon to navigate would have evolved entirely different senses. Even our own ancient myths, calendars, and cultures will be unrecognizable. Speaking of culture, our night sky will be stunning, a brilliant tapestry of stars without any moonlight to wash them out. But that same darkness would mean ancient sailors couldn't use the moon to find their way, and early human camps would be pitch black. Our stories, our art, our entire relationship with the night would have developed along a completely different path. Now, what about the idea that the moon is our planetary shield? It's a bit more complicated than that. The impact frequency would change, but whether that means more or fewer mass extinctions is something scientists are still debating. It's not a simple case of no more noom. The biggest changes might be deep within the Earth itself. The moon was born from a colossal impact that fundamentally shaped our planet's chemistry and internal heat. Without that event, Earth's composition, its water content, and even its volcanic activity could be vastly different. The very engine driving plate tectonics might have never started, or it might work in a totally different way. We're talking about a fundamentally altered planet from the core to the crust. Combining chaotic seasons, weaker tides, and extreme climate swings, the long, stable period that allowed complex life to flourish might never have happened. While simple microbial life could probably still exist, the chances of intelligent, multicellular life like us evolving would be far, far slimmer. We really owe a lot to our silent, glowing companion in the sky. Ever wondered what our planet would be like if that massive collision that created the moon never happened? Without that giant impact, the very chemistry of Earth's crust and mantle could be completely different. Imagine a world where elements like iron, magnesium, and even water are distributed in a totally different way. This isn't just about surface level changes. Plate tectonics, the engine that drives our planet's geology, might have evolved much more slowly, or perhaps in a way we can't even imagine. The early release of Earth's internal heat and all that volcanic activity we see in the geological record could have been fundamentally altered. That colossal impact did so much more than just create a satellite. It essentially melted huge portions of the early Earth, thoroughly mixing its ingredients. It played a crucial role in determining how much water and atmosphere our planet managed to hold on to, and it even helped set Earth's overall energy balance. So, would Earth still be Earth? Yes, but it would likely be a very different version. Maybe it would have a different geological makeup, or perhaps a different amount of water on its surface. It's important to remember, though, that this is all highly theoretical. We're talking about events that happened billions of years ago, and we're still piecing the puzzle together. So why are there so many uncertainties? Well, Earth is an incredibly complex and interconnected system. You've got the atmosphere, the oceans, the planet's internal heat, its rotation, its tilt, the sun's radiation, and even the gravitational pull of other planets. Everything is linked. We can't exactly run a real-life experiment to test this, so we have to rely on sophisticated computer simulations, complex models, and by looking at other planets for clues. Take Mars, for example. It doesn't have a large, stabilizing moon like ours, and its geological history is vastly different. By studying planets like Mars, we can get a glimpse into what an alternate Earth might have looked like. It is a fascinating area of research that shows just how special our planet's history really is. The moon's influence on Earth is a fascinating mix of what we know and what remains a mystery. We know for sure it stabilizes our planet's tilt, which gives us stable seasons. It drives the powerful tides in our oceans and has even slowed down Earth aging over billions of years, making our days longer. But what if the moon wasn't there? Without it, Earth's tilt could become chaotic, dramatically shifting our climate. Ocean circulation, weather patterns, and even our planet's geology could all change in ways we're still trying to predict. Scientists are hard at work, using complex simulations to figure out just how deeply the moon has shaped our world. It is a powerful reminder that sometimes the smallest lights in our sky leave the biggest marks on our destiny. The moon didn't just brighten our nights. It helped build the very world we call home. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more cosmic adventures.